Season 3 finds the survivors on the road again.
They've gotten much, much better at clearing places and killing walkers.
They are an incredibly accomplished group of survivors now. There is a time pressure, and the ticking clock is Laurie. She's pregnant.
The group comes upon this prison after so much time on the road.
It's perfect.
None of us would find an abandoned prison and think, awesome, but for our characters, it is sort of a haven.
So in order to make the place safe, the group needs to clear it.
The fight for the prison was very specifically designed to be hand-to-hand combat. Because we wanted to see the level that our people were willing to go to take this place.
While they're clearing out the hallways, Herschel is stepping over a walker that smells a good meal.
Rick thinks that if he chops Herschel's leg off quick enough, maybe he's not gonna turn.
Whack!
Whack.
You can make it from a walker bite if you catch it early enough.
It was one of the weirdest, most unpleasant scenes I've ever had the bad fortune of shooting.
Walkers!
Laurie! Carl!
The prison gets compromised.
It's mayhem, it's chaos. Going down the corridor, Carol runs out of ammunition.
Go back!
And T-Dog sacrifices himself. I think Carol still feels the effects of that sacrifice today.
In here! The moment that Laurie goes into labor is when she's alone with Maggie and Carl and we're separated from the rest of the group.
I don't even think you're fully dilated yet. No amount of pushing is gonna help.
We end up having to perform an emergency C-section with just a trusty dagger.
Laurie is ready to sacrifice herself for the baby.
We can't just leave her here.
Carl ends up realizing that Laurie's gonna die and she's gonna turn into a walker. He wants to do the right thing.
It's a merciful act for him as a child to do it.
Where is she?
It was a terrible, traumatic scene.
It was just such a heavy day that day.
That episode was rough. We lost 2 great characters. It's heartbreaking.
Judith? Do you think that's a good name?
I think that's a fine name.
Daryl wants to call the baby little ass kicker.
Well, that's a good name, right?
I don't know, it's kind of nice holding that baby, and yeah.
In spite of this terrible trauma that Rick's going through, there is new hope, there's new life.
She looks like you.
While the rest of the group is at the prison, Andrea is saved by this mysterious woman with a samurai sword. Her new friend and ally, Michonne.
Who is Michonne? People always talk about that first image and how striking it is. This woman in this cape with the sword with these 2 walkers who are immobilized, essentially, in terms of their ability to hurt her. She is a woman who's figured out how to take care of herself.
Andrea and Michonne are out in the world when they come upon this helicopter crash.
They see that there's another group of survivors, and obviously one man in particular who's in charge.
Let's roll out.
When they try to get away from the crash site, they are caught by Andrea's old friend, Merle Dixon. Merle takes Andrea and Michonne to this really idyllic small town.
Welcome to Woodbury.
Woodbury is a very strange place.
It's almost as if the apocalypse never happened. It's safe with high walls, manned by sentries.
Can't be.
They can.
When we first meet the governor, he's quite a cool guy.
And he is the leader because he's provided that security to his populace.
The governor seems to be a charming man.
We got food, water, fresh clothes.
But to Michonne, we're not in a world where you can trust that quickly. And she does not trust that quickly.
Andrea and Michonne have very different reactions to the governor. Andrea, she's completely swept away by it all. She feels like, you know, there's finally hope.
There's the way he presents himself to the world, but we get a sense that there's something else going on with him as well.
Michonne starts to like really sniff around in this place and finds walkers in the cage. What is going on here? She has to leave.
This place is not what they say it is.
Andrea still won't leave. She and Andrea just have to part ways at that gate.
The governor sees that Michonne is someone to be reckoned with.
The governor tells Merle to go out and kill her.
Go and get her and bring back her head. And he's not talking in any sort of code there. That's what he wants. He wants her head.
But she's a warrior. She's a one-woman army. But then she witnesses Glenn and Maggie getting kidnapped by Merle.
Maggie and Glenn are on a run for formula for baby Judith. We run into Merle.
Merle? You made it.
This tumbles out into him kidnapping us.
Merle takes them back to Woodbury.
So Maggie and Glenn, who are they? Where are they from? Are there more of them?
So you wanna talk?
Go to hell.
And he realizes that the way to get the answers to the questions he wants is to threaten Glenn to break down Maggie.
And she gives up that they have a prison.
So then he has a target to get that prison.
Michonne found her way to the prison.
Rick is extraordinarily confused about this mirage of this dreadlocked samurai woman.
For her, that moment at the fence is very vulnerable. She's wounded and she's in need of others, and she's looking at this man knowing, I think I need to be on your side.
Michonne wins her way into the group by bringing formula for the baby.
Michonne tells Rick that the governor has Maggie and Glenn.
Pretty boy, charming, Jim Jones type.
Rick says we're going to have a counter-strike. We're going to go and save them.
Where are our people? I don't know. You are holding some of our people. Where the hell are they?
I don't know. As season 3 continues, Maggie and Glenn are being held in Woodbury, and Rick, Daryl, and Michonne have to form a little strike team to break into Woodbury to try and rescue them.
Michonne has her own agenda. She goes to the governor's apartment, searching for the governor, and there she finds something else. Several aquariums filled with walker heads.
Those are his trophies. Ladies, watch out for your men's man caves. You never know what you might find. And then she finds what she thinks is a little girl locked in a cage. That's when she finds Penny.
No! The governor's daughter is a walker.
Don't hurt my little girl.
The governor's Achilles heel. So ensues the Michonne Governor Man Cave fight, which took a couple weeks to recover from physically. She is about to eliminate the problem that is the governor. Andrea's reaction is shocking to Michonne, holding a gun to her friend's head and defending this man. It causes Michonne to realize that she has truly lost Andrea.
At that point in his story, the governor loses his humanity, and he's then going to seek his revenge against the world.
This is one of the terrorists. Merle's own brother.
Andrea, who is in the crowd, is appalled by this.
Brother against brother. Fight!
You have all these townspeople like, kill him, kill him. Then we go back to back, and then we're trying to break out of the place. And Rick and the group come and bust me out of there.
No! Come on!
After the raid on Woodbury, Rick realizes that they are a direct threat to us, that war is gonna come. So he heads back to his hometown to go to the armory to get some weaponry. And that's where he runs back into Morgan.
Morgan has gone through a massive transformation. It's a man with a death wish because he lost his son, and he thinks his punishment is to live.
You can come back from this. I know you can.
We have a community, we have a prison. You know, come, and he can't go.
Why didn't you tell me they were here? Andrea discovers that the quote-unquote terrorists are actually her friends, and it's very unsettling. Her primary goal is to broker peace.
Rick and the governor meet. It's all very sort of tense.
I want Michonne. Turn her over and this all goes away.
Rick's not willing to trade Michonne for anything.
We're going to war.
Merle decides he's going to kill the governor himself to, you know, save the group and save his little brother.
The governor and Merle have a showdown, humdinger of a fight. Halfway through the fight, I bite his fingers off. I mean, once you've bitten someone's fingers off, you know, there's no going back from that, really.
Then Daryl finds him. That was another really, really sad day. You know, Daryl, he has to put him down. He doesn't stab him once or twice. He relentlessly just stabs him into the ground, and it's not even like he's trying to kill something. He's just fed up with this is how it is, and you just can't win in this world.
Andrea realizes that she's chosen the wrong side. That actually she wants to be back with Rick, she wants to be back with Michonne, she wants to be back with that group. Any loyalty that he had for Andrea, any love that he had towards her, is lost. He takes her back to Woodbury, and he ties her to a dentist chair, and he kills one of his men. And leaves him in the room, knowing that this man will turn into a walker.
And you're gonna tear the flesh from her bones.
We're gonna end this, once and for all.
When the governor comes with his men, we lull them into a false sense of security. And then we counter-strike.
My soldiers, who are not really soldiers, they're people from my town with guns. They panic and they run.
What the hell are you doing? When we're done fighting for a hole with a half-dozen psychopaths living in it, they can keep it.
We are not soldiers.
And he just has this total red mist that comes down over him.
What are you doing here?
Andrea might be here.
The group comes to save Andrea. But they're too late.
You're burning up.
She's been bit in a place that, you know, they can't chop off her leg like they did with Herschel. This is a death bite.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
She is dying, but they actually get that chance to say goodbye, and I was very grateful that they got to do that.
I loved Andrea's death. She was surrounded by the people that she loved, and she died with such integrity and grace.
At the end of season 3, Rick and our group at the prison take in the refugees from Woodbury.
As safe as he may think that place is, and as much as he thinks that he is helping those people, the governor is still out there, so there is still a threat looming.